let's implement authentication to our sign-in screen. So go to the sign-in screen, then type import Firebase from Firebase slash Firebase. Okay. Then what we will do, we will make a function, the name of registration was, which will take email and password as a parameter, which is an arrow function, right? Then try, okay, then set is loading. What is set is loading? Basically, when we will call the Firebase auth, we need to show some loading or some indicator that will indicate that we are communicating with the Firebase authentication service, right? So for this, I will be using this set is loading hook here. When okay, true, then we have this Firebase dot auth dot sign in. Uh, okay, Firebase dot auth dot sign in with email and password, email slash password. Okay. Now then when we will successfully be logged in, then it will return user details. Then set is loading. When we successfully sign in, we need to stop the loader, so we will pass false. Then we will show a user alert, the name of, let's say, logged in. This is just for our uh, our notification, that it will notify us that we are logged in successfully, just for debugging purpose. Okay, then catch, if we not successfully logged in, then we need to show some error equals which is if we didn't get any, means if we didn't get any when we are sign in, and if we didn't get that user in our database, we need to sign up that user, right? So we will sign up Firebase dot auth create user, email and password. Now email score password, then user set is loading was false. Okay, then so we are logged in, then we will show an alert. Error. If we are unable to create a new user, then we will show some error here. So inside of this catch, here we will show set is loader, or set is loading to false console.log. I am just consoling the error, right? Then I will also show this error. Okay. Now let's say our code get crashes. Then we need to catch for the crash. Catch, then error. Set is loading to false. Alert, alert. Okay. Now let's indent our code. To indent our code, we need to press Shift, Alt, and F. Okay. So I guess we are good with this registration function for the Firebase auth. Save this file. Now we will create another function with the name of perform sign or perform auth, then okay, constant is validate email address. It will validate the email address, then it will return its value into this is valid email. Similarly, constant is valid password, validate password field. Okay, then if is valid email and is valid password, then what we will do, we will empty all the array text if we have any, also password error if any, right? Then we will call this registration. We'll pass email and password. Okay, now let's run and try if we are all good here. Cd chat app course, then clear, Context React Native iOS. Now let's run into the iOS simulator. It's taking a little bit time. It will take some time for the first time, so let's bear with me. Think I will be back, but it gets run. This error here, I guess it's in Firebase app, and it's saying unable to resolve module Firebase app from source firebase.js. So we need to go to the Firebase class here, and it's saying unable to resolve this thing, right? So require Firebase Firestore, then require Firebase slash auth, then we have this Firebase.firestore. This is Firebase default Firebase, export default Firebase. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be wrong here. Okay, now let me check and figure it out. I will get back to you guys. Okay, now I figured it out. What's the issue? Inside this Firebase class, go to the first line here. The spelling of Firebase is wrong. Add I, then save this file. Our projects run successfully. Now what we will add? Now what we need to do? When we click on this, I need to show a loader here instead of this join now button, right? So let's implement it. Components folder here inside this add button, we will pass is loading as a prop. Okay, then what we will do, we will create two functions here uh, below this line. So what's the number first function would be constant loader. So its responsibility would be to show the activity indicator here. Okay, so now return, then we need to add activity indicator first. So activity indicator, then animating equals is loading. Okay, just this line, then create another function the name of button, then copy paste this line here. Okay, now last what we will do, uh, return to view style equals styles dot button, then style. If I add some style in the prop, it will first take all the styles from the style sheet, then it will add the styles coming from the props. Okay, we have this view is loading, loader into button. Now save this file. Okay, cannot find the view, so let's add it here. Save this file. We successfully build the app. Now let's check if its authentication is working or not. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 3 4 6. Okay, join now. What's happened? Check if we want to check if we successfully logged in or not. Go to the Firebase console here, and inside the Firebase console go to the authentication. So we not successfully logged in, so there might be some issue. So to debug, press Command D, then click on debug. It will open the debugger here. So now press Command and Option here in MacBook, then click I, then tap on I. If I run this, okay, sad.gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we aren't getting any response or anything, right? So okay, why? Yes, why we aren't getting any response here? Because we didn't add this function, which is perform auth, into our button. So on press, okay, what's the prop name? On press. Okay, so on press here was auth, perform auth. It's perform auth. Okay. Perform auth. Okay, now save this file. Now refresh the screen. sat.athar@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. Password is not defined. So here we have some spelling mistake. Okay, password. Okay, here. Okay, now refresh the screen again. Although we are not getting the loader because we didn't pass, is loading here as well. So we need to pass it. Is loading. Save it. Rerun the button. Now sad.athar@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click. As you can see, we got this loader, and Where is disabled because Firebase enable it with Firebase content sign in method. Okay, we haven't allow authentication here, so we need to allow for the authentication. Okay, now move to the Firebase console app, and here inside this authentication, click on sign up, setup sign in method. Here we need to apply for email and password, so click on it and allow users to sign up their email and password. Just enable this and click save. So we are okay with we enabled the email and password authentication. We can also enable social login and other login with phone as well. So I'm just using currently the email and password. Now go to the screen, refresh again. sad.author@gmail.com 123456. Join now. As you can see, we have this keyboard here. As now we successfully created a new user, so we successfully logged in with authentication of Firebase. Okay, if you want to see the users, click on users. As we successfully created a new user here. Now let's log in. So if I click again, it will sign in. It will show me the logged in alert. I hope so. It should show me this. So it's logged in. Okay. Why? I got some issue, I guess. What's the issue? If I dismiss it, and now if I logged in 6, it shows me the error when I click on the screen. I think it's happening because I have enabled the debugger. Now if I stopped, refresh, then now if I'll try to log in, use account. Okay, so we need to handle this error here. So we will handle it. But first check if everything is working fine or not. Com 123456. Yeah, it was because of the debugger. So we successfully created a new user and we also logged in. Okay, so what was the logic for the Firebase authentication? Here what we did, first we sign in the user. If the user is already present in the database, then it will allow us to log in. Otherwise it will create a new user, right? Then it will create a new user, then we can successfully move to other screens. So we are done with the authentication. Now we need to handle the error here. Okay, now we need to handle the error. So let's handle it. I've entered a wrong password here, so let's see what I will get. So I'm getting the error JSON value. Inside the JSON value we have the error message inside this key message. Okay, so to get, what we will do, this is the error JSON, right? Then inside this we have a message key. So this is the error JSON, and now press dot, then message. Here similarly here as well. Now save this file, and if we run, okay, let's add a wrong password. Okay, you will see password should be at least 6 characters. This is one error. Then if I enter a wrong error, you will see the email address already in use by another account, right? So we are done with the authentication flow. Okay, yes, so what I was telling, so we are done with the authentication flow, right? I was checking. Okay, okay, So we are done with the authentication flow. Now let's begin with uh, what we will implement. We will implement the group screens whenever we successfully authenticate it. Okay, push our code. Okay, so go to the terminal. Here type git status. Right, so we so what branch we are in? So git branch Firebase auth. Okay, now let's add all these files. Git add dot, git commit dash am Firebase auth git status. So we weren't able. Why? Okay, so we weren't able to commit the code. So git commit dash am. It was because I have added space here. Message Firebase auth complete. Hmm. Oh, I don't know what I am doing here. So now git push. Git status. It's all good here. Okay, I did. Okay, one thing. While I was checking what I did, I move into git ignore here. Then we will add this git ignore file here. So environment variable. Okay, then before I what I should do, I shouldn't I should add here first, then should commit, but I mistakenly first committed, then I am adding it. For you in future, if you are working in live projects, so first add .env file here and get ignored, then you should commit to your source repositories. Okay, now save this file here. Okay, now if I try to add, so our get ignore file is modified. Okay, so git add dot git commit am git ignore file, edit it, git push. Okay, now let's check if our code is working or not. So the code is working fine. Sad.third@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. We successfully logged in. Okay, so we are good with the authentication flow.